Aldi, the store where you can walk in with $50 and walk out with bags full of groceries. It's cheap, it's efficient, and for millions of shoppers, it's a lifesaver. But behind those low prices and quick checkouts is a company with a history you might not know. Scandals, controversies, and some business practices that make even industry insiders raise an eyebrow. Before you grab that next box of knockoff cereal or that suspiciously cheap bottle of wine, there are a few things you should know about Aldi. Let's break it all down. The origins of Aldi. First, let's talk about where Aldi comes from. Aldi was founded in 1946 by two German brothers, Karl and Theo Albrecht, who took over their mother's small grocery store in Essen, Germany. They built Aldi with one simple idea: keep costs low and pass the savings to customers. But their partnership didn't last. By 1960, the brothers had a massive falling out over, believe it or not, whether or not to sell cigarettes in their stores. That fight led to a split. Aldi Nord, North, run by Theo, and Aldi Süd, South, run by Karl. Today, these two separate companies still operate under the Aldi name in different parts of the world. In the US, most of the stores are operated by Aldi Süd, but Aldi Nord is also involved as they own Trader Joe's, which is often seen as Aldi's quirky cousin. The obsession with efficiency. Aldi's entire business model is based on extreme efficiency. Fewer employees, smaller stores, limited selection of products, private label brands, customers bagging their own groceries. Everything in an Aldi store is engineered to cut costs. For example, their famous quarter cart system. You need to insert a quarter to unlock a cart, and you get it back when you return the cart. This saves Aldi money on hiring people to collect carts. Even their packaging is designed for speed. Many products come in display-ready boxes, so employees can simply open the box and put it on the shelf. How Aldi saves you money. Let's be fair, Aldi's system works. Their prices are often 30 to 50% lower than those of traditional grocery stores. In times of inflation and economic uncertainty, this is a big deal for families struggling to stretch every dollar. And because they focus so heavily on their private label brands, they control everything from manufacturing to packaging to distribution. This allows them to negotiate rock-bottom prices with suppliers. The controversies. But of course, no giant company escapes criticism. Let's start with the labor practices. Several investigations over the years, especially in Europe, have raised concerns about Aldi's treatment of workers. In Germany, Aldi has been accused multiple times of creating high-pressure work environments with unrealistic productivity expectations. In the UK, reports have surfaced about managers working extreme hours, with some employees calling it a sweatshop environment. A 2013 undercover investigation by the UK's Channel 4 revealed strict surveillance, excessive workload demands, and harsh management tactics. Even in the US, while Aldi offers decent pay compared to some competitors, employees have shared stories of intense workloads due to the minimal staffing model. The food safety issues. Then there are the product recalls and food safety concerns. Like any major grocery chain, Aldi has seen its share of recalls, but some have made headlines. Back in 2014, German authorities discovered that 140 kilograms of cocaine had been stashed inside crates of bananas headed for Aldi stores. A year later, the problem escalated. 14 Aldi supermarkets in Berlin received another shipment of cocaine-laced bananas, this time hiding 386 kilos of the drug worth an estimated $16 million, marking the largest single seizure in the city at that time. But the biggest bust came in 2019. 6 Aldi locations in Rostock, Germany found nearly half a ton of cocaine hidden within their banana shipments, valued at close to $28 million. The bananas had been shipped from Latin America, though Aldi never disclosed many details beyond confirming that multiple branches were impacted. Naturally, the contaminated shipments were pulled from the stores, but it was another serious blow to Aldi's supply chain security. In 2015, Aldi had to recall certain batches of frozen berries linked to a hepatitis A outbreak in Australia. In 2021, Aldi recalled Simply Nature organic baby food pouches for potential elevated levels of heavy metals, part of a wider controversy surrounding baby food safety across multiple brands. In 2022, certain packs of their seafood products were recalled due to undeclared allergens, posing serious health risks. Though Aldi tends to respond quickly when issues arise, critics argue that their focus on low costs might sometimes come at the expense of more rigorous quality control. The The horsemeat scandal. One of the biggest scandals that rocked Aldi happened in 2013, the European horsemeat scandal. Aldi was one of several supermarket chains caught up in the controversy after tests revealed that some of their frozen beef products contained up to 100% horsemeat. The supplier Comagel had been blending cheaper horsemeat into products sold as beef. While Aldi wasn't the only retailer affected, the scandal raised serious questions about supply chain transparency and how much oversight companies like Aldi really have over their suppliers. To their credit, Aldi immediately pulled the affected products and cut ties with the supplier, but the scandal damaged consumer trust. Animal welfare concerns. Aldi has also faced criticism regarding animal welfare. In 2020, animal rights activists targeted Aldi for selling eggs from caged hens in certain markets, despite growing consumer pressure for cage-free options. Similarly, several investigations into their meat suppliers have exposed disturbing footage of animal mistreatment. While Aldi has pledged to improve animal welfare standards across their supply chains, many activists argue progress has been slow and largely reactive. The family behind the brand, secrets and scandals. The Albrecht family itself has not escaped controversy either. In 1971, Theo Albrecht, the co-founder of Aldi Nord, was kidnapped and held for ransom for 17 days in Germany. He was eventually released after paying a ransom of around $3 million. But the incident profoundly impacted the family. The Albrechts became intensely private afterward, rarely making public appearances or giving interviews. This secretive approach has fueled speculation and mystery around Aldi's operations and internal decisions. Even after Theo's death in 2010, family disputes over inheritance and business control have occasionally made headlines in German media, though Aldi keeps these issues tightly under wraps. The plastic packaging. Like many grocery chains, Aldi has also been criticized for its environmental footprint, particularly regarding plastic packaging. Despite pledges to reduce plastic waste and improve sustainability, audits in both the US and Europe have found Aldi still heavily reliant on single-use plastics for many products. In recent years, Aldi has made some positive moves, like charging for plastic bags, offering reusable options, and joining global pledges to cut down on packaging waste. But critics argue the changes are incremental and not enough given the scale of the global plastic crisis. Greenwashing allegations. Aldi has also faced accusations of greenwashing, making exaggerated or misleading claims about how environmentally friendly their products or policies actually are. For example, their sustainable seafood labels have been challenged by environmental watchdog groups who question the rigor and transparency of the certifications Aldi relies on. Shoppers may see a lot of eco-friendly buzzwords on Aldi's shelves, but behind the marketing, the true environmental impact remains a matter of debate. The supply chain power play. Another lesser-known part of Aldi's business model is how it uses its scale to pressure suppliers. Aldi's private label dominance means most of its products come from third-party manufacturers who rely heavily on Aldi's business. Because Aldi buys in huge volumes but offers few SKUs, it can demand extremely low prices from suppliers. Smaller producers often feel trapped in lopsided contracts where Aldi dictates terms, sometimes forcing price reductions that leave little room for supplier profit margins. This power dynamic has led to criticism from supplier unions and watchdog groups, especially in Europe. How Aldi handles competition. Aldi's aggressive pricing has also drawn ire from competitors. In markets where Aldi enters, it often disrupts the entire grocery ecosystem. Their rock-bottom prices force traditional grocers to cut margins, leading to wage cuts, store closures, or consolidation. While this benefits consumers in the short term, some economists warn it can have long-term effects on local economies and grocery diversity. The cult following. Despite all these controversies, Aldi has managed to build a passionate fan base. Online communities share weekly Aldi hauls, secret product finds, and viral limited-time specials known as Aldi Finds. The chain has even inspired Facebook groups and TikTok trends celebrating their quirky products. Their rotating seasonal items, budget-friendly wine selection, and surprisingly high-quality private label goods keep shoppers coming back. What you need to watch out for. So before you step foot into Aldi again, what should you really know? Understand that you're trading off convenience and selection for price. Be mindful of food recalls, especially with fresh and frozen items. Research where private label products come from if you care about ethical sourcing. Don't assume all eco-friendly or organic labels are equal. Always check certifications. Remember that extremely low prices sometimes come at the cost of labor conditions or supplier pressure behind the scenes. Is it worth it? At the end of the day, Aldi's model works for millions of people. If you're budget conscious, their prices are hard to beat. But it's important to walk in with your eyes open. Behind the Cheap Groceries is a company that runs a ruthlessly efficient machine. And like any machine, it's not without its flaws. The scandals, controversies, and questionable business tactics aren't unique to Aldi. Many major retailers face similar issues. But because Aldi operates with such a razor-thin model, any corner they cut becomes more visible when exposed. So yes, shop at Aldi. But stay informed, understand what you're supporting, and most importantly, don't let low prices blind you to the bigger picture. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the companies we shop at every day. And drop a comment below. What's been your experience shopping at Aldi? Have you run into any of these issues? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.